This is the story often referred to as the Blacklist. Not a single list written on paper, not something you could see or fight in court easily, but a shared understanding among powerful people. You do not work with her. You do not cast her. You do not return her calls. And just like that, someone who once stood in front of cameras was erased. Before we go further, it's important to understand that these stories are not about proving individual guilt or naming villains. They are about patterns that survivors, journalists, and insiders have described for years. Some names were whispered, some never spoken out loud, and some stories only came out decades later. Many never came out at all. The first actress in our story was a rising star in the late 90s. She landed a breakout role that put her face on billboards overnight. Directors praised her natural presence, and casting agents called her the next big thing. Then came the private meetings, invitations to hotel rooms disguised as script discussions, compliments that slowly turned into expectations. When she refused, politely at first and then firmly, the tone changed. Roles she was promised disappeared. Auditions stopped coming. Her agent told her she was suddenly considered difficult. Within 2 years, she was gone from major films, remembered only as someone who could have been huge. The second actress worked in romantic dramas and was known for her emotional depth. She was invited to a private dinner by a powerful producer who hinted he could make her an awards contender. When she declined his advances, he laughed it off in the moment. Weeks later, she heard her name had been quietly removed from several casting lists. Studio executives stopped taking her meetings. She later described it as being erased without explanation, like someone turned off a switch. The third actress was outspoken, confident, and unwilling to play along with unspoken rules. She questioned why meetings had to happen late at night, why assistants were asked to leave the room, and why opportunities always came with conditions. Her reputation shifted from professional to problematic almost overnight. Articles appeared describing her as hard to work with. Directors who once praised her suddenly claimed she lacked range. The truth was simpler. She would not comply. Another actress built her career in action films, breaking stereotypes and carrying big-budget projects. Her strength on screen did not protect her off it. After refusing a powerful executive, she found herself replaced in a sequel without warning. The official reason was creative differences. Unofficially, everyone knew she had upset someone important. Her career slowed, then stalled, despite audience demand for a return. The fifth story belongs to an actress who transitioned from television to film with remarkable success. She was young, ambitious, and excited about her future. During a so-called mentorship meeting, she realized the price being hinted at. She left early, shaken. Soon after, her contracts were not renewed. She was told she needed to be more flexible if she wanted to survive in film. She chose her dignity and walked away, though it cost her everything she had worked for. The sixth actress came from theater, trained, disciplined, and respected. She believed talent would protect her. When she rejected a senior figure in the industry, she was shocked by how quickly respect turned into silence. Casting rooms felt colder. Feedback became vague. She later said the worst part was not losing roles, but losing her belief in fairness. Another woman on this list was known internationally. She refused to play the game and expected her success abroad to shield her. It didn't. Distribution deals vanished. Her projects struggled to find funding. She later learned that one person's quiet word could close doors across continents. The eighth actress tried to fight back. She spoke privately to lawyers and unions, but without witnesses or recordings, there was little anyone could do. She was advised to keep her head down if she wanted to work again. She didn't. Her name faded from headlines, but she later became a voice in advocacy, helping others recognize the warning signs she once ignored. The ninth story is perhaps the most tragic. She internalized the blame. When roles stopped coming, she believed the industry narrative that she was simply not good enough. Years later, when similar stories emerged publicly, she realized she was never alone. The damage had already been done, not just to her career, but to her sense of self-worth. The 10th actress was offered a comeback years after her initial success. The condition was unspoken but understood. She declined again. The comeback never happened, but she later said that saying no twice, even at the cost of fame, was something she never regretted. The 11th and final actress represents countless others whose names we may never know. She worked, she dreamed, she refused, and she disappeared from the industry's memory. No interviews, no exposes, just silence. Her story matters because it reminds us that for every famous case, there are many invisible ones. What connects all these stories is not scandal, but power imbalance. An industry where a few people controlled access to opportunity, created an environment where abuse could thrive quietly. Saying no was framed as being ungrateful. Setting boundaries was labeled as arrogance. Survival often meant silence. In recent years, conversations have finally started to change. Movements encouraged people to speak. Systems began to crack, but the damage done to those who came before cannot be undone. Lost years, lost careers, lost confidence. These are the true costs of the blacklist. This story is not about revenge or outrage. It is about understanding how easily